Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is Vietnam 3.0. In an effort to improve the shipbuilding speed, I'm going to build harborages, rank 2, all along the coast in actual Vietnam proper, which should actually increase my Navy force limit as well, because there are some decent amounts of residents living in these provinces. 51,000 in those couple provinces. 51,000 in that province as well. 46,000 here. Okay, apparently all of these coastal provinces have close to 50,000 residents living in them. 37,000. 40,000 there. Okay, I did not know there was that many residents living in these provinces. 69,000 in this province. That is that province, so it's that big province. 320,000 living here in this harborage rank 1 here. That would actually only cost 1,700 ducats. Some of these provinces don't even have harborages rank 1, so that'll get rank 2 harborages in those provinces. I'll go ahead and build that stuff. Our deficit actually increased more. I thought that would decrease. But I suppose because we lost these provinces, it decreases. There we go. 112 ducats. Yeah, it's nothing. We got 16,000 ducats in the treasury. Not like we haven't been here before. It's worth it for the population growth. I'll probably try to construct irrigation on these provinces. Try and help out the farmlands. Improve their profitability. And that should also help, hopefully help, get peasants into those provinces. This province's forestries are now finally positive, so that's nice. 35 ducats. My next campaign will probably be thinking like a Brazilian campaign. Probably taking South America, potentially North America. The only problem I have with that is most of these provinces... These provinces are pretty good in terms of farmlands and forests. Like, they have massive resource size, but you can't really take advantage of it because there's no way that you can actually make these profitable. I guess you'd have to do like 10 duck investments and just do that really slowly. But it's like the South America has all of this natural resources, but you really can't take advantage of it. You have to go really slow when you do it and try not to go negative. Pretty much all of these provinces, the rainforest, because of the rainforest, have massive forestry industries. Everything's like a plus 1,000, 1,000 or above. Coastline, not so much. But as you move into the Amazonian basis, the problem is forestry produces fuel and raw materials, which I don't believe they're in that high of demand. But I think if I did that, I'd try to go west to China and then try to take over some of these provinces in order to build Chinaware, because Chinaware is the only urban industry that actually uses raw materials and fuel as inputs. Yeah, it uses some fuel and raw materials as inputs, and it outputs luxury goods. That is the only urban industry that has those inputs. Silk is fiber. I guess houseware. Houseware is fuel and raw. Houseware produces consumer goods, so Probably want to build a lot of houseware, actually. And cottage industry uses fiber, fuel, and raw materials, but that is a rural industry. Oh, processed materials use fuel and raw. So I was just completely wrong. All right. I guess it's the only thing that it's the only urban industry that uses fuel and raw and produces luxury goods, like pure luxury goods, because processed materials and a couple other ones have tiny little bit of luxury production, but that's not the main thing. So maybe I won't need to do that. Just do housewares and processed material industries. Just those two industries in all of my provinces to try and consume those. Try to make that work. I suppose if I conquered this area, wouldn't be that bad because there's a lot of population over here, so I could use this population that's over here, and then they could just migrate this way. Because what is the population over here, actually? Let's look at this. Total population. Change the scope. We'll go, New World. Yeah, so I think conquering these provinces actually would be the way. There's 2.6 million peasants in that province. You just gotta hope that you don't get wrecked by plagues. 3.5 million peasants in this province. I think that might be actually the most populous province in terms of rural peasants. Is that really? That really might be the most populous province in the world, actually. Yeah, if you asked me which provinces have the most people in them in the world, I would not say these provinces, but there's 3.7 million people in that province and 2.8 million in that province. There's 2 million people there. Now, granted, I did loot a lot of China's provinces, so that might skew that a little bit. But there's 1.7 million there. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me, actually. So if I control these provinces over here, then I could have those peasants migrate out of those provinces into these provinces. And then fix that, hopefully that balances out that, these, industries over here. The other thing is these provinces should theoretically have a lot of gold in them, so that's also good. Not a whole lot of mine size, though. 14 in that province. That one's alright at 150. That one's 14. I think most of the ones that, yeah, unfortunately, the provinces that get gold after being colonized, I think for the most part have really low mine size, which actually really sucks because you can't do much with that. There's definitely still a lot of things that need to be balanced out. A lot of things that are farther down the line in terms of development that need to be worked on, and that is one of them, which unfortunately means that you can't really take advantage of the gold in the New World because there's really no mine size to take advantage of. And there's also these provinces over here that have gems that have no mine size. They don't have any mines in them, so you can't actually do anything with the gems in them. It's that one and another one. Those are a couple of unfortunate things that have to be worked out. And then also, there's things like Dalarna. The Dalarna mine, which was pretty important for Sweden historically, is pretty much just mine size 700. Like, that's the only thing that I can see. It does have this visible on trade map mode modifier, which I don't think that actually does anything. So this is a province that should throw off a lot of ducats for Sweden, but it doesn't really do anything right now. It's just mine size 700. It's just a good size mine. There's nothing other than mine size that is unique about that province, which is unfortunate. You can always tell you're getting towards the end of a campaign when you start talking about things that are not your country. Speaking of which, Holy Roman Empire exists. I don't think I've actually ever seen that. What is this? Bayern München exists. France, looks like they actually got rid of all their vassals. Spain never formed, which is funny. Scotland still exists. Scandinavia formed. Egypt formed, so that was interesting. Greece got their independence from the Turkish Empire. Hungary still exists. Commonwealth still exists. Mali still exists and actually conquered a lot of Africa. I think that's actually the only things that are unique about the campaign. North and South America look like a mess. Let's just never look at that again, because it looks horrible. It's like a kid spilled their paints. Kind of want to throw up in my mouth. We're doing good on tech. Not really getting global trade though. At 5.7%, we're more than halfway there to global trade. We'll get it eventually. We'll get there. Very slowly. The truce with Ming ends 38, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I did mention doing a Majapahit campaign, but I did not realize that one of the vanilla EU4 DLCs or patches or whatever was a Majapahit patch. So apparently pretty much everybody and their mother started doing Majapahit campaigns, so probably gonna back off on that and not do that. Because people made it pretty hot. They made it way too hot, way too fast. I did not know that that happened because I do not keep up with vanilla EU4. Something about Leviathan, it broke the game or something. I don't know, I'm just chilling on Meiou and Taxes. Not really worrying about that, no idea what's going on. Something about going tall and you can reach thousands of development in provinces or something. I mean, I've been going tall for years, so... Paradox, they did announce Victoria 3 though, so that's pretty cool. I was never really a huge Victoria 2 guy, but I might check that out. Might play it. I'm cautiously optimistic. I haven't checked anything out about it, actually. But hopefully that's not too casual. Never really learned the Victoria 3 economy system, so I probably shouldn't be talking about making it casual. But that's just because I never actually bothered to learn it. I'd rather them try to appeal to Victoria 2 fans instead of trying to make it really mainstream. And for the love of God, do not make it like cartoon graphics. Like Civ 6. Don't make it like a mobile game. That would be horrible. Well, this is called the Bismarck Sea. Named after that German dude. The German guy. That one dude from Germany did some things. Alright, we are losing money. Our income is 3,200 ducats, and we are spending 4,800 ducats. 2,800 ducats is property, so giving away 50% of farmland was not enough to get rid of that. Probably going to have to give away forestries, I imagine. Yeah, our property income is negative 1,500, so that's a double whammy. Forestry provinces, yeah, this one is negative 344 ducats. Increase the taxes a little bit. By about 7 admin points, so it looks like that increased our income by about 300 ducats. Realm expenses about the same. I think these forestry totals aren't that bad, but we probably own most of that, actually. 30% here. %50 in this province. This province, Luzon's farmland is negative 1,000 ducats. But the peasants own half of that, so it's fine, because the peasants can't lose money, they just pay themselves. Since they are the ones that earn the wages, they also pay the wages, so it all comes out in the wash for them. Not give territory to the peasants yet. The church absolutely hates me. I think it's pretty much impossible to get rid of the church because the less power they have, the less they get, the less they lose power. So it's supposed to be close to 0, but never actually touch 0. The reason the clans disappeared is because there's an idea somewhere here that reduces clan power by this one, yearly clan power negative 0.2, so I think that was able to do that, to bypass the normal means that's supposed to stop them from disappearing. So they disappeared, but the clergy won't. That's my assumption at least, because I'm pretty sure I still have the thing that reduces their power. Yeah, for about 4 years, I still have secularization, so that should actually be decreasing by more than 0.08, but it's only 0.08 because it's not supposed to touch 0. I'm gonna go ahead and promote anti-competitive practices with the burghers. That should boost my merchants a little bit. Get a little bit of extra income from that. I'll overlook tenant abuse. Let's see, the nobles have 15% of the mines in the country. I think the only thing I would take is mines from the estates. What's going on with these ships? 31 trade ships. Let's go ahead and have these guys protect trade. If ships protecting trade here, 37%, 65% there. This was a new change. I'm pretty sure at one point, a couple alphas ago, and in 2.5, Japan has 2 nodes. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but they changed it to being just one node. So Japan itself is now one node, and Korea is one node. I think Korea, Korea Strait used to have southern Japan in it, which didn't really make much sense to me, so that's now changed. I think that makes the Korean trade node a little bit smaller. That's kind of like our node. Our node's pretty small comparatively. $12 ducats, 10 ducats, let's see, 3.4 ducats. Can't actually, the Ceylon node would actually be pretty good, because there's 30 ducats sitting in that province. $17 ducats there. Don't have a merchant there, actually. Alright, these ships can just go protect trade in one of these nodes then. Let's go up to that node. Or not. There we go. Deficit's now 52, so that actually closed a little bit. I mean, I'm fine, pretty much. I'm not really worried about that, because we have 15,000 ducats sitting in the treasury, but it's nice to close that. These troops are drilling. 99.37 army drill on average. They're actually pretty drilled. Wait a couple more months just to get that up to as close to 100 as possible, and then stop those guys from drilling. Looks like Vientiane is gone. Rip them. Alright, I'm gonna end this part here. Truce with China ends 1738, so it's actually pretty good timing that these guys are almost completely drilled. Just go ahead and stop drilling them for now, and then pick it up from there. Probably another China war. Not a whole lot left. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.